We're now ready to create the tables in the database using the Alembic migrations workflow. You will notice that the commands look a bit like Git commands. Initially, you'll need to write this down, but once you do it a couple of times, you'll remember them. But first, make sure your Docker database container is up and running. If it isn't, just type docker compose up, or start it from the Docker desktop application or from VS Code's Docker extension. So now we're ready to create our first migration commit. For that, just type Thanks to the target metadata setting we added earlier, Alembic can view the status of the database and compare against the table metadata in the application, generating the obvious migrations based on a comparison. This is achieved using the --autogenerate option to the Alembic revision command, which places so-called candidate migrations into our new migrations file. Check that a new versions file was created and take a look. As you can see, there are three sections. One that holds what revision this is and how to get to the previous one, an upgrade list of commands, and a downgrade list of commands. Always take a look at the newest revision file so that you can spot any inconsistencies or issues. This looks good to me. So let's apply these changes on the database by doing the following. Great, it went smoothly, which means the tables were created. We can log in into Postgres and check the tables. For that, let's connect to Postgres running in our Docker container by doing and from there you can check that the tables were created. We can see the counter table was created, but notice there's an Alembic version table. This table holds the current migration version. That hash matches with our latest revision value. Exit the Postgres server and we should be ready to run our application. If you open localhost 5000, you will see the first number of our counter. Refreshing the page will increase the counter value. And there you have it, your first Quart database-driven application. Here's something interesting I want you to notice. The Quart application is running in our host machine and not from the Docker container, which allows us to debug easily and start and stop it quickly. For example, you can set breakpoints in your code editor and debug easily from there. But if we want to run the whole application from the Docker containers, do the following. You will see the application in localhost 5000. And this is very important. If you add any poetry packages to the application, you will need to rebuild the web container doing the following Docker command. That will rerun the Dockerfile script and install any new packages you have added.